What is going on, team? In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you the 3-step framework that allows me to get a good night's sleep every single night. My name is Niam, and over the last few years, I've lost 50 kilos. And now it was my mission to help as many people as possible lose weight, get fit, get healthy, and to become the best version of themselves that they can. Before I go into the 3-step framework, I want to share with you why I think sleep is so important. And to do that, I want to share a story where I was traveling from Bali to Thailand a month and a half ago. On this journey, I had to stop over at Singapore International Airport. I had a 8-hour stopover overnight, and I decided to stay up that night and do an all-nighter. Throughout that process, obviously, by not getting any sleep the next day, I was pretty tired. There were a few things that I noticed about myself and my behaviors and my feelings that you can extrapolate into the effects of not getting enough sleep or not getting enough good quality sleep. Because when I don't get a good few nights sleep here, or when I've had a bad night's sleep here in England, I feel a similar way. So there are 3 areas of impact that I really felt when I was really tired. And I still feel these every single time I get a bad night's rest. So number 1 was that I was more emotionally volatile that day. And just a few nights ago, I had a bad night's rest and I went clothes shopping. I was looking for t-shirts and I wasn't liking any of them, and it was just becoming a bit tedious. I was getting all this frustrated, but the reason why I was getting so frustrated and I was getting so annoyed and upset by it was that, honestly, it was literally just because I hadn't slept enough the night before and I was just feeling a little bit more emotional. But when you don't get enough sleep, the part of your brain that regulates your emotions is less functional. So if you're continually and consistently not getting enough sleep, you're going to be more emotionally volatile, and this could lead to emotional eating, or this could lead to emotional outbursts, or just generally not being able to handle higher stress situations because you're not getting enough sleep. If you want to feel good generally and be able to take negative things and perceive them as more positive, just get a good night's rest. Another thing that I noticed was that I had less energy. I was a bit slower throughout the day. I didn't really want to move. That day when I went to my Airbnb and I put my bags down, I just lay down for like an hour, not really doing anything, because I didn't have as much energy to move around. So if you want to have more energy, you want to move around, you want to have physical exuberance, you've got to give yourself the rest at night to recharge your batteries and become that go-getter person that you want to be. Finally, I was less focused. On that day, I landed in Koh Samui and I had to go sort out my taxi and I had to go sort out my SIM card. And even doing those 2 pretty simple tasks, I literally had to walk over to a desk and speak to some people to be like, oh yeah, like, how much does it cost for me to get a taxi and how much does it cost for me to get a SIM card? Which isn't hard at all. I found difficult because I couldn't even get words out my mouth. So doing these small little tasks was a lot harder just by not getting enough sleep. Now, obviously I did an all-nighter that night, but like, if you're consistently not getting an hour's worth of sleep every single night, then that is going to compound over time and you're still going to be functioning a little bit like a zombie. So that is why it's so important to prioritize your sleep. And here is the framework to do that. So first, mind. And if you want to get a good night's sleep, you've got to go into a restful state. Your mind can't be racing. I think there's 2 things that you can do here to allow yourself to create space in your mind to be able to go into that restful state of sleep. First is avoiding caffeine. Caffeine keeps your mind alert, keeps your mind in this wakeful state. So if you can avoid caffeine close to bed, and for me it's about 11 hours, if I can do that, then it means that my mind is going to be way more able to go into that state where I want to go to sleep. Number 2 is any tasks that I have, and I'm running a business at the moment and I'm trying to promote and I'm trying to do a lot of marketing and I'm trying to manage my clients and there's people that I'm speaking to constantly and I have to reply to them. Any tasks that I haven't finished at the end of the day, I do write down, because otherwise they're just going to be there in my head unfinished. Having those thought loops open is going to keep my mind active thinking about them and not going to allow me to go into this restful state where I want to go to sleep. So take care of your mind, go into a restful state, take actions to put yourself into this calm, relaxed state of being, and it's going to be way easier to go to sleep. Number 2, we've got the body. So you want to prep your body for a restful state of sleep. And so the ways that you can do this is avoiding alcohol, avoiding food, because you don't want your body to be digesting food when you're going to bed. And then this idea of consistency, your body is working on a body clock. So keeping consistent sleep schedule and going to sleep at a similar time every day means that your body knows when to go into this state of relaxation and sleepfulness. Finally, getting sunlight in the morning is giving your body a signal in the morning to wake up. And so when it comes down to going to sleep, then your body is also shutting down its cells and giving your cells the right signal to go into that relaxed state. And finally, we've got the third step, which is external conditions. Have you ever tried to sleep in a really hot room, especially in England when it's summer and it gets really hot and the country's not really built for hot conditions? It can be really difficult to sleep, and it's probably one of the major problems in the UK that I hear, that is like, oh, I found it really hard to sleep last night. So do everything that you can to create conditions in your room to go to sleep in the right way. And one of the things is sleeping in a cold, dark room. The reason for this is your body temperature will drop throughout the night. And so if you can facilitate that drop in body temperature by sleeping in a colder room, then it's going to allow you to enter that restful state a little bit easier. Secondly, a dark room is important because, again, light goes into your eyes and that tells the body clock to wake up. So if you can sleep in a dark room, then it's telling your body the opposite. And with the light, if you are close to going to bed, then just dim the lights beforehand and don't have the lights really bright, because again, it's sending those signals to your body to like shut down and go to bed. So those are the 3 steps: prep your mind, prep your body, and prep the external conditions. And if you can do those 3 things, it's going to be a lot easier to put yourself into that restful, relaxed state in order to get a high quality night of rest. If you like that video and you got some value from that, check out some of my other videos in the series. I'm solving 100 fat loss problems in 100 days. Until tomorrow, peace and go get it.